Hey everyone, welcome back to the Blockbox. Today we're going to be playing through more Danganronpa with myself, Jervy, and Griffin.
Hi. Okay. So here we are, about to approach the class trial. Would you like to care to say more about what's been happening in the chapter, Isaac?
Well, last chapter, Sakura died.
Rip.
And we did the investigation. We found a few interesting things. Obviously, it's a locked room case where there was the chair blocking the door. We obviously found that there was this weird, someone was an idiot and spilled something all over the floor of the chem lab, and then someone stepped on it. And all we know is that it wasn't Makoto who stepped on it, thanks to Byakuya. And Sakura Sakura did invite Toko, Byakuya, and Yasuhiro all to visit her in the rec room around the time that she ended up dying, and all three of them claim that they never went.
But have
although Yasuhiro had a weird, candy wrapper that only Sakura and Hina had access to in his pocket,
But I have recently thought him and Toko are innocent.
Let me explain my theory.
Yeah, and
I think
it's
no one did it, but shut the fuck up. I'm doing my theory, bitch.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's probably right. I probably agree with that.
Okay, when it comes down to it, I think no one did it, but Sakura committed suicide. But she wanted someone to be blackened, someone who was close to her, someone she wanted to protect the whole time. Well, who is that? It's Hina, of course. Why Hina? Hina did not take part of it as much as she wanted, as she should have, but she did take part of trying to poison the drink so she could become the blackened. Shit, I need to. Let me explain more. So Sakura literally got inside of the room. She had the protein shake with her, which probably Hina poisoned it with Sakura knowing it, committing suicide, blocking the door, making it seem like the killer escaped somehow even by blocking the door. I think it's Hina, and if it's not, then hey, you're gonna get another scream from me.
Yeah, and that was That was also lined up because I do believe it's Hina, just because I think Toko and Yasuhiro are innocent again.
When Kimmi made his announcement, everyone began to meet up one after another, and then
the ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery?
What the?
Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons! Emojis. Like, no matter what awful something is, if you toss a smiley face, it turns positive!
Yes, indeed!
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. XD.
This is just plain creepy.
Well?
And how about the reserve? A reverse? Oh, how about the reverse? No matter how something is put in a sad face, it makes something look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, do you ever wait? Do you have 100 friends?
He's right. That does make it so sad.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Now then, please get on the elevator. Wait, hold up! Don't skip after I done. Why?
Sorry. Okay, what?
Don't skip after I done the line, okay?
Okay.
I'll see you down there. Hey!
Okay, Mario.
What the hell was that?
I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there's no doubt one of us is the culprit.
The killer. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet, someone killed her. And that person is here. That person is one of us. Here we go. Should we just jump right ahead? I don't care about talking to anyone.
Yeah, go ahead. Especially since we might be a little tight for time.
Yeah, come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator. With each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower. And suddenly, as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again.
This time.
Six of you, huh? Really?
Wait, does it change every time?
It does.
Yes.
Interesting.
The only game it doesn't do that is in the third game.
What was it last time? Wait, what was the outlay last time?
It was
It was like blue.
bluish.
Yeah, it was blue.
Bro, I haven't even set the light!
Oh, I did.
I don't even know where it is.
Here.
Just the six of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely.
You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left.
I wonder, will the class trial end with one last classmate again, or... will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Now, let's get ready. Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assignment.
Alright. And so the curtain opened for the fourth time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, deadly class trial. Alright, let's save. Alright, let's look at our skills, which we didn't get like anything for. We got so many points for it, so you know.
Yeah.
We did not get anything.
Oh.
We got nothing.
How do you get the skills though?
Let's see what we
We got them
from
through
the
doing
true
free
bolts.
time events
Okay.
with people.
So let's review all this. Okay, so we know the stuff about the queen, but there's also the freaking empty protein drink that was there before the glass. That was put there after glass was shattered. So something's going to go down. I'm not gonna assume early, just because I
Hey, look at the
don't,
protein shake again.
like unless it's blatantly obvious.
Look at the protein shake again!
What?
Look at the protein shake again.
Yeah. Yeah, it says Chem
Wait.
A2.
Okay, I was looking at the A, if there was an A or a B or like a C, whatever.
You trying to
It's
do the
approaching.
11037? Okay, let's just go.
Trial. All
Let's
right.
begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll
The
punish
hieroglyphics
everyone
do kinda make it
besides
seem
the
like
back
it's
end,
gonna be
and the
Hero.
one that deceived everyone else will
He's like the
graduate.
I mean, I don't
Fit with-
know what the blue trial had to do with
Now
Celeste.
then,
That's true.
Where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
He seems really sure that one of those three is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. Alright, here we go. Non-stop debate. Please don't add anything to it. Okay, cool. We're just jumping in. I always account what you call it.
It was one of you.
Okay.
One
should
of
be able
you
to-
killed Sakura.
Yeah, I should be able to know about this.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because
Hopefully
you
this
all
time
had
you won't
motive.
fuck up on absorbing
You hated
things.
her.
Nope.
Is that it?
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's
Okay.
low.
Oh.
That's about as low as you can
What was that
get.
one?
Yeah, that was that one. Okay, cool. Okay.
It was one of
for
you.
Yasuhiro?
What reason do you have?
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
Wasn't the first time, but at least I was able to get it without absorbing
Another
it.
reason you suspect them is because
Yeah.
Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's no good reason to suspect, or there's good reason to suspect all three of them. Does that mean one of them did it? Oh, that
No.
was quick. Okay, what do we got? Oh, the trap. What? Oh, yeah. The
I
bubble
think
gum.
that was in his
Or the
pocket.
candy, yeah.
That was in Hiro's pocket.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious.
Okay.
One
Her
of them
hair
is
is messed up.
absolutely guilty.
Oh.
Yeah, it keeps like spiking
I don't
out random
deny
times.
that she wanted to meet
Yeah.
with us, but I never went to see her.
Okay.
I
That lines up with
didn't
what he
either.
said.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
That might be right.
No, that's wrong.
Incorrect.
I just knew it was gonna be with Yasuhiro.
Kira, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before
But
then.
Hina didn't find it. Wait. But what Hiro said can't be right. Because Sakura could have only have gotten the candy after the incident and nurse's office. The reason I know that is...
When Sakura got the candy.
Yeah, when
I
Sakura
got it.
got the candy.
I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was... Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious. It's not just normal
No, you.
hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
How does he know about that? What would a shiny... Yeah, how does he know about that? He wasn't even in the room to investigate that.
At the scene of the crime, she had written out
He would know that.
own
He would
blood,
know that.
Right? It was her.
What the fuck?
Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it.
What are you saying? No way!
How does...
Do it?
Oh!
Actually, Hiro,
You just don't know when you're beat, do
I
you?
don't think it is. But they're
Hiro, hold
really...
on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh?
Yes.
Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Hold on. When Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message in it, it was...
On the shelf.
I got it!
Yeah.
Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, it clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Here we go, another...
Why does he fuck himself over every time?
Yeah. I love this music though, I gotta say that.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Okay.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun.
Okay.
I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
So I can...
When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
So I can go back and
What's your
put like
problem?
Okay.
What I said makes total sense.
Okay. Okay, so I have to go back. Cool.
I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
Oh shoot.
Wrong one.
What?
And I can tell you when I found
Oh, you
the
hit the
message.
white noise.
It was
What?
only
It was-
after the...
I found the
Okay, I
magazine
feel
when I
you do
pulled it
something.
out.
Because the
What I said makes total
remember you
sense.
can use the silencer on
Yeah,
the
I
white
was going
noise.
to. I right-clicked.
Yeah, you didn't do it while the
I can tell
silent
you exactly when
the
I
white
found
noise
the
was on it.
dying when Ogre's body was
Slow-mo.
discovered.
And I can
Oh,
tell you
I
when
right-clicked
found the
to use the
dying
silencer.
It was only after I found the magazine when I pulled it
Oh,
out.
I thought I
saw-
right-clicked to equip the
What I said
silencer,
makes
right?
total sense.
No, you right click to use the silencer. It's really weird.
Oh my goodness, that's stupid.
I can tell you exactly when I
Just
found when
slow-mo.
Ogre's
Like slow-mo
body
it,
was
bro.
What? Why is it working?
Because you're doing.
I found the dying
You have to
message.
use it on the
It
purple
was only
text.
after the I found
Oh,
the
on the
magazine
purple
tucked when I
text?
pulled it out.
Yes.
Oh my
What I said
god.
makes total
This gamer is not a gamer. I'm not even a gamer, I'm gaming
I
more than
didn't know, I
him.
really didn't know that.
Exactly when I found
I've never had to
when
use it
Ogre's
on...
body was discovered.
Oh,
I
okay.
can tell you when I found
Okay,
the dying
I
message.
understand
Why
that.
did you slow-mo?
Because I've never had to use it that way
What I
before.
said makes total sense.
You're so frustrating me right now. What the fuck?
When Ogre's body was discovered.
Slow-mo! There you go.
Oh
Good
my-
boy. Okay, that was not your fault.
I found the dying message. It was only after
Yeah,
I
so
found
it
the
went
magazine
slow-mo,
when I
but by
pulled it
then
out.
it was already
What I
almost
said
out.
makes total sense.
Okay, let's go back. Okay.
I can tell you exactly when I
Okay.
found the dying
This has to be. This has to make it in the compilation. What the fuck?
Okay. What?
Oh my god, no, no!
I found the dying message.
It was only after I found the magazine when
I'm
I
calling
pulled it out.
BS on
What I said
that.
makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
Okay.
And I can tell you when
You
I
missed!
found the dying message.
What I said makes total sense.
I'm gonna run out of time.
You have 10 minutes if you
I
went
can tell
outside,
you
that would
exactly
be
when I
worse.
found when Ogre's body was discovered.
Okay.
Now.
Yes, okay,
It was the
finally.
wrong.
What?
You have to absorb. I didn't know. I wasn't sure if you had to absorb on this one.
Oh.
I think it's when.
I can tell you exactly
Okay,
when I
I
found
think it has to be on the
I
shelf.
can
Shoot it
tell
at
you when
Ogre's
I
body
found
was
the dying
discovered.
message.
I
It was only
think,
after the investigation
Oh
had
my
begun.
or the
I
investigation.
found
I
the
don't know.
magazine tucked away when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Okay.
Oh my god,
I
this
can tell you
this whole
exactly when I
thing.
found the dying mess when Ogre's body was discovered.
Okay. No.
No,
Did it,
on
my-
the shelf. On the shelf. Yeah.
Wait, was I supposed to absorb on the shelf?
I can
Yeah,
tell
and
you
because it was
exactly when
on
I
the
found
shelf,
Ogre's
how
body
would you
was
have seen it if it
discovered.
was on
I
the
can
shelf?
tell you when it was only
Okay.
after
I found the magazine tucked away on the
Okay.
magazine shelf.
God.
when I
Here we
pulled
go.
it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Why is
I hope this
one
is-
so hard?
I don't know.
I can tell you exactly
Why do we
when I
have
found
3
the
lives? This is
dying
not
mess
okay.
When Ogre's body was discovered.
Okay.
There we go.
Good boy.
Finally.
Do it. Took us 2.5 minutes to beat that.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it. After we'd begun the investigation, and you weren't at the murder scene. So there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
You can play it
I don't
both
even know where to
evidence,
begin with that
or
one.
you can frame someone else.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Without a doubt. No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message.
I think she did though.
Oh, I have to. Dang it. Okay.
Show me the proof.
Stupid.
At least 30% right.
Remember to reload. I think that's tab
The
when you
occult is
get to
bullcrap.
it.
Give
Why
it
is
a
he
rest.
talking about the occult now? Okay, well, tell me when I'm on free time.
Reload.
The
Reload.
occult is
What?
bullcrap.
How do I reload?
Now you're
Reload!
It's tab. It's tab.
The end is nigh. Show me the proof.
You can.
I'm at least 30%
All right, here we go.
right.
I got it.
The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap.
Okay.
Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
Okay.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Oh.
Who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Oh.
Admits it.
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
What? He just admits it?
Yeah.
You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon.
Oh
just
no,
like
did
he
he
said.
think that he killed her? In actuality, he didn't. Oh my goodness.
Probably.
You just did exactly as the note asked?
He
What a
probably like
fool.
hit her on the head, but she was like already dying.
And when I got there,
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well.
Okay.
Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy.
Oh, sure. Thanks.
and that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill
You
me.
idiot.
She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed
He
it
did it
across
out
her
of
head.
self-defense, though.
Yeah.
I hit her from behind.
At least
Well,
the
she
thought
had
she was gonna-
she had an
happening.
advanced storm or anything.
Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
Not exactly, Miss Hina.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just
She's
now
dead as
doesn't
hell.
explain.
Sure.
And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what is it that Hughes did that doesn't make sense? What do you have to do after writing the message doesn't make sense? Why didn't...
Why did he hide the magazine?
What?
I got it!
Oh yeah.
Like
It's
what?
true. Everything
Like it
you
was
just
hidden
said.
away.
It
Oh.
doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message Then stick it somewhere we might not find it.
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth,
Just
someone
complete
else
180
must have
there.
put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone who wouldn't like what had been written. There's only one choice. Go.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room? Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hero
Wait,
just
hold on.
admitted
Give me a
it.
second.
Wait,
She did not pass away when there was blood in the crime scene.
yeah.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
Oh, maybe it was Toko rather than Hina. But it does point to Hina, but it could be
I
Toko.
don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
You haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. I have to prove that. There's still the medicine.
Yeah.
Yo, powder and everything. Oh, this is gonna be a pain after. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, but I did it.
Okay.
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
Yep, that's
You hit
correct.
her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered. And she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hero really is the killer.
Yeah. So is it the examination summary?
I did it.
Yeah, because that's the one where it's
I grabbed
there's
a
two blows on
Monokuma
her head.
bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before
Yeah,
she
You
could...
just
hit her from
once.
behind. And you only hit her once.
Yeah, just once.
Come on. Yes, okay.
No, it's wrong.
Still on 3.5 hearts. We're doing good so far.
Okay. We're not dying.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
That's like the first time you've shown like respect to her, honestly.
But...
I think that was meant to be a bit of a backhanded compliment.
Yeah. And not saying something. Okay.
2 wounds means she was struck twice.
Yeah, here.
What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
Oh my goodness, did she like attempt to hit Sakura too? But imagine if they both attack Sakura and they both think that they killed her, but then it was actually Hina who did it. Oh my goodness, if that's the case, that's so funny.
It's
Like,
also
I mean,
because
it's
of
not
the
funny in the moment,
Monokuma bottles
obviously, but
themselves.
that's in context,
But-
that's so funny.
There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
The correlation between the Monokuma bottles. I feel like it's starting to become clear. The connection must be. It's the object that the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding. Oh, what?
Hangman
oh, we're doing
time.
Hangman's Gambit. Gambit.
So either
It's
Chess piece, okay.
Done.
Chess. Okay, I'm looking for an ass. Give me an ass. Give me an ass.
Do we have an S?
Okay.
P.
E.
E.
Or no,
E. Don't try and confuse me.
Now I understand.
I thought that the C was the next letter.
At least these are more
That's it.
straightforward
The
than
chess
skits,
pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
Yep.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
Yeah, of course he would know. He's probably like the ultimate chess master as well.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
Yeah, so queen was missing.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
No, that's not what I mean. So, bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Within the bottle that was missing. It was excited.
It was excited. Ooh.
It was broken.
I got it!
Yeah.
The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just 1 broken bottle at the scene.
It took me a while to get it,
And
but at
what
least
is
I
this
did.
evidence?
We had to explain it to you.
We had to explain. I had to explain it to you.
I knew there was
Oh,
two,
I had to.
I knew there was a queen though, and I knew there was 1 missing, so I had the foundation of getting it. It wasn't just a single broken bottle, and evidence that proves that is. Kyoko and I figured it out before.
The experiment.
Yeah, the experiment, what is that?
It's one of the last ones we did.
Yep.
I got it!
I got it!
Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than 1 bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of 1 of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There could be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle was involved in this case. It must have been used by some bowling. What is
Bowling
that?
aficionados.
I got it!
What?
The
Bowling
bottle
fans.
that was removed from the scene was used
People that
the
just like
second
to
time
bowl.
Sakura was attacked.
The
Basically.
second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only 1 attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Oh, you just remember?
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
Byakuya was kind of sick of it, isn't he?
Right after I got Ogre's note, I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
Oh. You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
She was inside the cabinet thing.
Yeah.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the
They've
heck did
been
you
loose.
disappear to?
They've been losing
Don't
the
know
entire
what you're
time.
talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
It all links up.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous.
I mean, she's small enough to do
Why
it.
are you all ganging up on me? You're all
Like, do you think Big Tits McGee would ever be able to get in there?
No, it's not ridiculous at all. Any proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. I have it. She left it there for anyone to find. Oh.
A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more?
Just like you love to hear about it. Oh, we're doing bullet time battles again?
Yeah.
So far, you've probably been using the left mouse button during your final strike without a second
Oh
thought.
no.
But from now on, you're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow.
Why?
Now you'll have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select it the same way as during a non-stop debate. Simply press the Q key and/or use the mouse button or use the mouse wheel. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from.
Okay.
But for educational purposes, we're going to pretend you're set to mean regardless. Just this once, okay? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway
What?
through the game now. Go
Just
you!
What were we in chapter 4? How does that even work?
Wait, halfway? How long is chapter 5 and 6?
Chapter 6 is really long.
Oh.
Well then, good luck and have fun.
Oh jeez. So this is gonna be like 48 hours then.
We have been in this game for a long time now then.
It's a lie.
Already.
I admit nothing. I hate you.
One thing I would recommend is during these times when there's no statements to use that time to reload so you don't run out.
That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse
Oh wait.
you.
Wait, oh shoot.
No!
Grab!
I curse you.
Okay.
It's a lie.
Oh shoot.
That's enough. It's a lie. I admit
Just spam
nothing.
quick.
Yeah, I'm just
I
spamming it.
hate you. I curse you. No.
Okay.
That's enough.
Flash shards, isn't it? It would be locker handprint. Locker handprint.
I can't.
You have to
find
move. You have to select it.
I'm trying.
Go, go, go.
it. Okay, cool. Okay.
No! No!
Okay.
No!
I curse you.
What?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's right.
There you go. Now you have it.
Okay, that didn't take us long. It just gave her a little more hearts. Okay, so up to and a little heart. So I'm
Did
screenshotting
you
it.
know
Just get more
someone
right
left a
answers.
handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up.
Stop wasting my time.
Oh.
Just tell us the truth.
Even Byakuya was
It's my
done with her.
handprint.
Dang, she just straight up
She
admitted
said
it.
it
so many
immediately
people.
after Byakuya asked her.
Oh, true, yeah.
Then you killed Sakura! No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again?
Wait,
Gee, I wonder why.
what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on, so I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after you left, I jumped out of the locker
Bruh.
and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back
So
upside
both
down.
of them attacked her, and neither of them, they weren't associated with the
I
medicine,
didn't
so that
mean
means
to.
there's
I
another
was
thing
in a
involved.
hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura? After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling.
Ooh.
And when I turned around, there was
Sans
Sakura.
Undertale has gone into my
covered
eyes.
in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her, you mean? Oh.
Guess it's back!
What's your fault after all?
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise.
It really is Sans Undertale.
I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
That's good. Keep talking like that, and Hina's
Well
gonna.
then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
Not quite.
Not quite yet.
Important to vote.
Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted.
Doing
Then
this
even
again.
This gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is. Woo! There's eliminations on new styles to Sakura's, but okay.
Probably, I think it's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be the
status.
status.
I was just sleeping peacefully.
Real powder.
And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood.
Yep.
So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
Oh,
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
oh, yeah.
You what?
Okay, that didn't count. That didn't count. That didn't count.
I don't think you were supposed to absorb there.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I'm
And
good.
all of a sudden, Sakura
Yeah, because she was.
You were taken by surprise.
Yeah, so she said she killed her.
Yeah.
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Boom!
No.
Sorry, Genocide Jill, that's not quite it.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves it was an attack from the magazine shelf. Oh yeah,
Yeah, the bloodstain that's literally there.
Yeah.
Sakura
I
was
got more
definitely
hearts. Cool.
attacked in front of the shelf. The bloodstain by the magazines is proof of that.
So hopefully I won't lose too many hearts on the reconstruction, whatever, at the end.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
I mean, she does have to lift people into a crucifix position to kill them.
But those are
what's
normal
the deal?
people, not super buff
Yeah.
people.
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker
That
again.
doesn't fit.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the
Well,
door?
we saw it, so.
And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
There's the reason there's no way Toko was hiding in lockers because I saw it from this. I was in the locker.
I was in the
whole
locker
time.
all along.
Before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look
I
inside.
kind of wanted to see what the answer was to that.
And at that point, the locker was
It would
already
just say,
open.
well, I don't want to lose lives on it, so.
So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't
His
know
voice
proves
has
I
cracked
didn't
so
kill her.
many
Thank you very
times.
much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
The powder.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot
She's
to
like the
head.
first person to call her Genocide Jill, because everyone else calls her Jack.
And
Yeah.
Well,
It's really
I
weird.
can't
Even like the
imagine what
canon
else
is not
could have killed
consistent
her.
with calling it
that's because
With
you're
what her
overlooking
actual name
vital
is.
information.
if it's Genocide Jill or
You're
Genocide
really
Jack.
missing something so important. There's another possible explanation. Maybe it's. Yellow powder, probably. Yep.
Or Monokuma File, because
Yeah.
that
those
says
are-
that she
What was it
vomited
that
blood.
killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
there's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her
Okay,
head.
probably the powder, but
So
we'll
you're
let it
definitely
after
blaming
just so we
me,
don't
huh?
waste anything. Oh, we're running low on time.
Well, what?
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one time.
Also, if
wasn't from
I'm not gonna have you waste your time.
Was it?
Use the Monokuma File on that.
There's no other
Okay.
possible cause. What killed
You're on the
Sakura?
yellow powder, so.
Okay.
I can't think of anything other than the
Okay,
shot
got
to
it.
her.
No, that's wrong.
Cool.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not
Or-
into dead bodies.
Into-
What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
We
Now we're
suspect this
getting
from
around
the
to
very
that.
beginning.
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
I am right. I am always right.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It's impossible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Not in the rec room? And I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all the supplements, I'm positive. Wait, what was the question?
Basically, where was when we looked at the shelf? Where was that bottle?
Section A.
Remember, it was it was in
The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
But you just said that Section A was for supplements or...
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean this.
Oh.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the ball of poison to his lips and...
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do is stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
Byakuya just drops dead.
I thought you were just gonna turn buff for a second. Because it
Buff Byakuya.
Buff-Kua.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein of
Imagine if you actually did get that wrong, you're just like, oh shoot, I actually got poison.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the ball from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. You touched your finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder. Which would mean that conversely, poison must have been in... Yep, Hangman's Gambit. Oh, this is a longer one. Or it has a lot more elements.
Yeah. Well, that's because we had 3 people thinking they could...
Protein drink, okay. Oh, that's hiding. Okay. E. Oh,
EA Sports to the game.
D.
Stop stuttering.
Error. Ooh, come on. There we go. N. There we go.
We got it.
Now I understand.
Yes, there we go.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can.
Oh yeah, we're 5 minutes away.
If the protein's in the
Yeah.
poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene.
It wasn't a suicide.
What?
It wasn't a suicide then.
Maybe.
You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly
Still
poison.
could have been.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura.
Because remember,
that is the true
the chair
cause
was still
of death.
there.
No?
So until we
Still,
remember
no, we
saying
still
the
don't really know
protein
how
stuff
they
was good
locked
for
the
all
room
kinds of
after
aches and
that.
pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Then that shows who switched them. It has to be what we found in front of the shelf, the footprints.
The footprints, yep.
Oh, here we go.
I got it!
Yay, we have our
Footprints
hearts
left
back.
behind in front of the shelf.
Yay!
That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind.
And also leaving the poison there behind.
And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
Oh,
Yep.
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
She's admitting this rather quickly.
If you're
Yeah.
all gonna find out anyway,
Oh, there's. Wait, is there actually more?
I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected.
Uh.
The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
sneakers. The only people wearing sneakers here are, yeah, so.
Yeah.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours?
No.
Oh,
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm the size for you.
At least
for
they aren't
myself.
reiterating themselves 1,000 times. This is like the only flashback I've seen of this.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction.
Well, but then why would Hina?
Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried
That's
to
untrue,
deceive
then.
all of us.
Because, well, that doesn't explain Hina's, like, if Hina was close to her, why would she kill her?
I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Maybe it's as you guys have been saying,
Is
she
it
secretly
true?
had a hidden side.
Did you really... kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
Oh,
You're not about to claim she
and now is
wouldn't
actually
kill
a
close
perfect time to
friend, are
stop.
you?
Oh, well, guys, we will have
Right.
to see. Oh, wait, shoot. Yeah, do we have a way to save? Shoot.
We can't save, but we can just keep going.
Okay.
I don't
So,
think we can save.
yeah, guys, we're gonna have to cut it here. We'll see what happens in the trial next time. Whoa, did Hina do it? Is it entirely Hina? Who knows?
The hell? What? Why is Kyoko suddenly turning into Phoenix Wright? Hold it! Hold it!
Alright. Well,
Well, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Hit the bell if you want to give us some extra support. And as always, we love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.